Pops in there.
All right, we are live.
Hello, hello.
How's it going? Live with Dalton of Pole Barn Garage.
How y'all doing tonight?
Do you like this? I'm getting the A-list on here now, right?
Yeah, it was solid C minus.
Who all we have in the chat? Well, Two Hacks Garage has been here. I mean, he's been hanging out almost an hour waiting.
Yeah, I saw RC Industry in there.
Yeah, unfinished project. We don't know what the question is, but Dart Sport is never the wrong answer. Dude Mopar, RC Industry, Dean Stevenson, NSB Custom Cars. Happy Friday evening, everyone. And you know what? I cannot pronounce that name. Sorry, but yes, it is almost time for some pole barn discussion.
That is Kashika. That is him. I know him.
Dean, I don't know what you mean by JW experience. I don't know if you don't want the JW experience I've been living the last week. Yes, it's like this. It's hammers and stuff. Yes. The Rude Mopar dude is a super nice guy. He's here. Glad you could make it. Buzz is here. How's it going? Greetings and salutations from Buzz. And Andrew Nelson. Yep, the Nivlac 57 crew. Oh, gosh, and we have a one-eyed cat. Isn't that cool? Well, thank you guys for all being here. And I want to thank our guest, Dalton, for being here. So what's on your mind tonight? What have you been working on lately?
Well, I've been loading up my truck and stuff to go pick up the next big project for the channel. If we make it out there in one piece, but yeah, we got the truck all loaded up and hauling a Plymouth Fury out to Great Bend, Kansas, to another YouTuber, Nobody's Show, Chad, where I'm buying a 69 Plymouth Roadrunner that's been rolled and on fire and wrecked.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. And it's exactly what we're after here. And that's what I've been up to for the most part. I've been so busy with that stuff, I haven't gotten any real work done.
Yeah. Well, the party can start. We've got Red Beard in the house.
All right.
And John Cope is here.
Hey.
How you doing? Bad Tree. Yeah, everybody's like me. They just kind of slid in at the last second and are still filing in.
Yep.
RC, Lunar Outlaw. And of course, that makes sense. Google gave me this name. Yes. That's what happens when Google names your children. But that Roadrunner sounds like your kind of thing. It's going to match the Holey Goat. So do you have any plans to do anything that kind of work with them together?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I guess they'll make a good pair together. I don't know if I'll shoot the Roadrunner, if that's what you mean, but I might.
It might. Well, we need to do something together because I got that Roadrunner that I pulled out of the weeds. Literally, I was pulling it out with a winch, and all the brush was breaking away from under it as it went.
Yeah.
And the left front still doesn't roll.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a built-in parking brake.
Oh,
so the way I unloaded it was I just pulled the dolly out from under it, and there it stayed. So I got to deal with that here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well.
How's the cactus? We sure don't have any cactus around here.
Well, he's good.
Yeah.
He's totally good. Growing, actually. I don't know how big these things get. It might be a problem.
I don't think you're allowed to take home the Swaro, the real big ones. Those things are like 50, 60 feet high. Those things are crazy. There's Brian Beeler. Hey, Brian, when your live feed catches up, you'll see I have a guest too. Yeah, we have Patrick, mostly old parts and rust, and Terry Grover. Quite a crew in here.
Yes.
Everybody's saying happy Friday night. Well, it is a happy Friday night. This is so much better than what I was doing. I'll show you guys. This is, so working on houses is not my thing, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So I'm putting a floor in that old room, and my dog decided to come in and greet me. So I had a roof leak, and that literally is a 4x8 plus a little bit on the floor. So I'm getting there. It's getting done.
Yeah, you said it was the Holey Goat of houses.
Yes, yes. There's a room on the back. I'm going. I think I'll do this for my channels, and this thing is all done. I'm going to dig around and find all of the pictures I took. There's an addition on the back of the house, and a header was rotted out from under it, and the addition had sunk close to 11 inches on one corner.
Oh my God.
That's like how far you can get before it falls off into the backyard. It didn't have one more winter left in it. And I jacked all that up and rebuilt the header, and it's just coming along. But I'm telling you, it's just stomping me. And as soon as that thing is done, within the next couple of weeks, I'm diving into the Roadrunner, and I'm going to be putting up regular videos and content. I can't wait.
Can't wait for that either, especially with me getting this Roadrunner here. I mean, that's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, we got to do some double header type stuff with that, because these two cars just are meant to do something.
Yours looks awful. Mine looks awful. It's perfect.
Yes. Yes, mine looks spectacularly awful. I cannot wait to go through a drive-through and horrify someone working at the window. Mike's Mischief's here. Wendy English. Heavens Mopars. My bad, Pole Barn. No, we're just picking. I like Brian's channel, by the way. He's got a good knack for the way he does it. He presents these Craigslist finds and Facebook Marketplace and flips through the tabs. But most of those kind of channels that do reviews and stuff like that, I can't. His is one I actually kind of get into, the way he does it, going car to car. It's kind of neat. I like it.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, Brian Beeler's channel. He's catching on with that thing. It's pretty neat. He'll do a whole section of Mopars under 5,000, or a whole section of cars under 2,000, or just Cornets, or something like that. It's pretty neat. Junk Car Willie's here.
Hey.
Roadrunner be the Missouri Missile.
Yeah, could be.
If I miss Carlisle, I may have to make mine get there, but we'll see. Okay, so one thing I've been wanting to ask you about is the what happened at Autorama.
Oh, God.
So I saw video of it. Absolutely loved that you wanted to enter that in concourse. And it looked like, now again, I wasn't there. This is just me, the YouTube viewer. It looked like you were surrounded by the old dudes who are the keepers of all things Holy Car Show, that have the white New Balance and the hat with the rope and the mesh. And they know exactly what kind of crayon mark is supposed to be where. And they were trying to keep the unwashed masses out of their show. Kind of looked like that.
They were appalled. Now, I will, to their credit, right? There was a couple of them old fellers out there, judges, that were they were kind of shocked, but they loved it. I mean, they were taking pictures of it, and the chairman of this local Autorama chapter, he has pictures of it. He loves it, but it was just a few of those. It must have been a couple of bad ones, and they I don't think I'll be allowed back.
What? Really? You won't be allowed back?
Yeah, I think.
Why? That's an honest question. So you can go to any car show and see the Tri-5 Chevy that looks like he keeps it in a Ziploc bag, right? Okay, I can't. I can't do anything with that, right?
Yeah.
So they really would not let you come back, even though your car had a crowd around it in every video I saw.
It was packed. I mean, I talked to thousands of people probably wandering through there, and it was amazing. But I might have called one of the judges a pretentious dick. So
might have,
allegedly, because I lost to a bar stool cart. That's
right.
Hey, I'm not bitter.
Wow. So you don't think they're going to even let you enter again? So what are you going to do? You going to try to just crash it and just enter anyway?
Yes, I'm going to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send in. You have to send in a photo, right, with the car to enter it. So next year, I'm going to say I restored the car, and I'm going to send them photos of a restored 70 GTO. I'll just drag the thing right back in there. Follow Roadrunner.
I love it.
Yep.
I can't believe that. So They didn't even want to, but why would they not? Because that, anybody, so you think about it, and again, and I say this all the time, this is one of the things I think that separates what we do as YouTubers from what they do.
Yeah.
Is you have the ideas people, which are what we are, and the things people. So the things people see scrap value in your car. The ideas people see, wow, this guy's doing something so original, unique. I've never seen anything like it. And that's idea. And to them, they just put no value on ideas, right?
Yeah.
This is the rub.
All they see is just, they see, well, you're going to have $50,000 in body panels. And
that's right. That's what they say.
I'm going to have $0 in body panels in this, dude. That's always my comeback to it is I'm not going to spend that money there.
Yeah. Well, I heard that one guy say, it has potential. And I'm thinking, that $100,000 restored B body that he has no potential. It only has the potential to sit in his garage until he takes the plastic off the seats and wraps it around the tires to drive it on a show field somewhere.
Uh-huh. It gets out his lawn chair and pops his lawn chair out behind it. And yeah,
and has no duals or whatever. but see, he doesn't own that car. That car owns him. Right. He didn't even know it. He doesn't even know it. But I'm really glad you horrified those people. That was a big stride for the YouTubers.
They did try to apologize, and I just didn't. Another guy came up later. He tried to apologize, and I didn't accept his apology. And he said, "Well, this car is just really not meant for this kind of show." I'm like, what? What the hell? There was a Kia Forte in that show. Well, oh God,
You know what? A Kia Forte at a car show is kind of like a press-on nail. I just don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to impress.
I mean, look, if you're into that, that's fine. I got no problem with it, but the same person shouldn't have a problem with my junk. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and it is. I hate it when people ask, "Are you going to paint it?"
Ah, dude, I sympathize.
Yes. Yeah, and again, I don't have any problem with the caretakers, the people.
Somebody has to do it. I mean,
somebody has to do it.
But not every damn one of them has to be that way.
No, I agree. There are some cars that should be caretaker cars, and they should have the right owner.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if this car was a one of like two Judge,
yeah,
maybe, I guess, but Forte, hey, you never know. 40 years from now, you might open up that barn and see a Kia in there and be like, holy shit, but
Travis is back to work for me. Back to work painting your rig.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Wild Rose is in the house. Yeah, so what else are you planning on doing with that car?
What's that, the GTO?
Yeah.
So I tore the motor down in it, and the original motor looks to be salvageable. At least the block and the crank is probably salvageable, and the heads. So I'm going to need to be raising some money probably to rebuild that thing. It's going to cost a chunk, but I want to put the original motor back in the car and not stock run-of-the-mill stuff. I mean, I want to put at least, if I could put 400 horse down, I'd be happy to the wheels.
Yeah.
And 400 horsepower to the wheels, and that car is more than I would ever want.
Now, you're planning on driving this to No Name Nationals, correct?
Yes. I mailed off for title and tags yesterday.
You going through Vermont to get a title?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That depends who's watching.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember you had some challenges with that.
Oh, it's been a nightmare, but that's what I ended up doing. Hopefully it works. We'll find out, I guess.
The irony of it is it on the VIN tag type stuff, there's no question that VIN tag goes with that car. They absolutely match. They don't even see that. Yeah. Joe's in the house. All right, Mopar people. Yes, I so agree. That Holey Goat needs to go and give, a brain hemorrhage to all of these old guys everywhere.
That's my 100% my goal. Once the car's got tags and it's legal, I'm just going to troll car shows as far and wide as I can.
I have an idea. And let me pull up the picture. I don't know why it just dawned on me I should do this. So there's my Roadrunner, right?
Yep.
You notice I got that one green fender that doesn't match the other green?
Yeah.
Okay, that came off of something else. So what I think I'm going to do is the local Mopar club here, who never watches my channel, who never, I'm sure that I would have like no friends in that thing. I'm going to enter this thing in the local show. I'm going to roll in there with it, and I'm going to open the truck and get out a can of paint and start brush painting that fender to match.
There you go.
right on the field.
Just do it until they ask you what the hell is going on.
I'm gonna tape off the marker light. Well, the hole.
Sure.
There is no marker light. But I'm gonna tape off the hole. And I'm gonna brush paint it, and then I'll maybe pinstripe it. And
slicker all up right there in front of them.
And that way, no guy can walk up to me and ask if I'm gonna paint
it. Exactly. You're painting it right now.
Mike Obbin, the Torque Converter Whisperer, glad you're here. Mackey's Garage. He got a sharp Mustang. I saw him on a live. Oh, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Yeah, the wet paint sign. See, this is why you got to have these comments on a live. These guys come up with some good stuff. So I'm going to put a wet paint sign on it. I'll probably make a real nice wet paint sign that looks like a lot of thought was put into it to contrast the paint job. So you're going to do that. Anything you can do to horrify people with the Holey Goat, I'm all for. Love to watch.
Yes.
But what are you thinking of doing? You got the Roadrunner. What's your long-term plans with that?
Well, you got a lot of Mopar guys in here, don't you?
Yeah, usually.
Well,
are you trying to gauge the backlash before you say it?
I bought a 67 or 8 Plymouth Fury, and I pulled the 383 and the torque flight out of it. And as spoiler alert, the motor, I somehow have bought the same damn thing I had in the GTO. It's full of water and mouse nests, and I don't understand it. So I don't know if I can use it. I'm going to try, but if I can't, I might, swap the Roadrunner with a Pontiac motor.
Yeah.
That way I could please both sides, right? I mean,
Yes, of course.
Most more guys would love that.
They'll both be eternally happy and live in harmony.
Yes, I could unite them.
Dallas and I really did talk about this. I don't see it happening now with his schedule and mine. We're dead serious. We were this close to putting a 455 in that Roadrunner. We just to make the people in Carlisle just have a stroke right there on the field.
Painted orange or blue under there.
I'm telling you, I was one trans mount order away from that happening. And then I just, but anyway, I'm going to do something to make the purists throw up. I'm going to do something like this. Yes, it beats an LS swap. Anything beats an LS swap in my opinion.
I would never do that. No worries there.
Hey, I'm an OG LS swapper too, but I'm still. Oh no is right. This is coming from a guy that has a 3rd gen Hemi and a 66 Ford. So,
Yeah, okay. I just figured nobody's, who does that? Who Pontiac swaps something? Everybody swaps Pontiac out for something. So
you're right. They put a Chevrolet engine in it.
Yeah. Right. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Got to spread that Pontiac seed far and wide.
Oh, Patrick, you should do that.
That would be hilarious.
You should definitely do that, and you should don't film the engine at the car show. Film the reactions to it.
Can you, if you went like 10 over on a 440, what would the displacement be?
It'd be right around 440.
There you go. See, you're just trying to make it match. Hey guys, commenting from the Pizza Hut parking lot. What did I miss? Got the Laguna motor pulled tonight. See, round up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Did you pull a motor in a Pizza Hut parking lot, or am I reading
If
that
you
wrong?
did, you need video of that. That's your 500 subs right there, Levi.
You damn
You
right.
should have pulled it in the Pizza Hut parking lot. You know, I've never seen a Pizza Hut in this day and time that would care if you pulled the motor in their parking lot.
No.
Nah, they would come out and offer you a slice. Say, you're working hard. You want to deliver for us? You know, it's funny he says that because I've actually gotten on live from a Pizza Hut parking lot a year ago, and people still kid me about that because you can see I was traveling. No, it's not 2 cubic. With a 10 thousandths, it puts you
just a cleanup
41.75.
Perfect.
Yeah, our friend has an LS and a Duster that put upon it. Yeah, it would improve. It would improve. He would go from a F to a C minus.
What you would lose in speed, you would make up for in anger.
Yes. Shopcat hit his goal of 360 subscribers.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Keep at it, man.
They're hiring delivery drivers at 25 an hour. You know what? I might need to deliver some pizza in the road.
No,
pretty cool.
God dang. I make $30 an hour.
Yeah. Well, you know, I used to know a guy who would, he was a professional delivery driver. That was his career. And he knew how to game the board, and he knew exactly how far away the addresses are, the likelihood of more deliveries in the same area, and all of that stuff. And he made really good money doing it. But you got to game it. And what you do is you send the rookies out on the run that you know is going to be less profitable, less tip, no combined deliveries, and you wait for the good stuff when you see it come up. You got to be able to game it right. Now, that's not a bad idea.
No.
One of those Ford 2300s, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd do that.
I hang a turbo on it.
No kidding, Buzz. That's, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
25 plus tips? Shit. Make it all right.
I'm sure there were all kinds of cool pizza delivery vehicles back in the day.
15
I have no doubt. Levi, you're not stuck at 285. You're not stuck. You hit a little short plateau and it keeps going again.
Levi, go to Pizza Hut. Pull the motor out of your car.
You'll have 500 in 2 days.
You'll have 5,000 if you disassemble the whole car in the Pizza Hut parking lot and record the interactions as you get arrested. That you 5,000 subs, easy.
I am dead serious when I say this. Take a car to Pizza Hut and a crane and just start pulling it out. Because by the time you have it on the crane, there's not much they can do besides ask you when you're going to be done, and you can't do this here. And by then you're okay. Just be ready to roll within 30 minutes. As long as you try. Yeah. I delivered pizza in a clapped out 75 Celica. When I think of pizza delivery, I think of a clapped out 75 Celica. That's like, yes. MM78 says, when I go to car shows, especially the smaller ones that have rat rods, they all have Chevy 350s. Yeah, that kills it to me.
It's because they're everywhere and they're cheap, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a dude that wanted to make a piece of furniture on wheels and just had to have something to make it move. So they put a little 350 and put a bunch of chrome on it. And
yep.
Yeah. Yes, you are Unfinished Project. Get on camera. You'll be at 218 and 318. Your subs start doing that right before you break 500. It's happened to every one of you guys. You hit down on the audit right before. You'll get it, but they do that just to tease you. It happened to all of them.
Even I noticed I get people unsub too still. I mean, it happens every day. It'll dip down 1 or 2 and back up.
All the time. And what's funny is you know, remember back when you were watching it and you would see it and wonder who unsubbed, you know, way back there. And now you just don't think of, unless there's like 100 of them, which has never happened. But you know, then I'm like, what the hell did I do? Right. I don't know. Well, YouTube can do that to anybody.
True.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of cool things out there. I've got an early Hemi for something.
Yeah, I want to put a nail head or an early Hemi in something. Early Hemi is such a cool looking engine. The DeSoto is kind of the odd duck, right? I mean, they're not really worth anything, right?
I
The
have the
Fireball.
DeSoto
Oh
because the
yeah.
DeSoto is the closest to the LA engine. Like you
Oh
can
okay.
put an LA oil pan on a DeSoto. They're that close.
Wow, really?
And the motor mounts are the same. And so I've got one that I'm going to put in a Dart.
Hell yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a dual quad intake for it, and I've got all the hard parts. I'm waiting to get an ear welded on the block, and then I'm going to have the block machined. It's got to go over. I'm hoping that 20 thousandths will do it, because if 20 does it, I can run the largest displacement factory pistons in it.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
what I'm hoping for. It'll be a lot of fun, and it should make good power too. It really ought to move pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad for their day at all.
Look how these guys got each other's backs. You
There
lose
you
one
go.
sub, they give it back. Isn't that cool?
Yes. I had a junk car Willie had a 66 330 olds there. I had a 65 F85 with a dead 330 olds in it. Two barrel, I mean, nothing. Blow by so bad. I mean, it was almost, if you're at a stoplight, it was like a fog machine. But dude, that thing would lay rubber for stoplight to stoplight,
Yeah.
anytime, anywhere, any day with a posse. I mean, it ran good. Oh, Roadkill Customs, 55
I was
DeSoto
looking
with
at
the
that.
Hemi. That's Chad is nobody's show. That's where I'm going to get this Roadrunner. And now I guess I saw that earlier. He has his whole list on roadkillcustoms.com. And I was looking at it earlier. Hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out. These guys have got their work cut out for them. They all need 500 subscribers. Nolan right now of Wild Rose Garage, he's vying to be the 14th member of the 500 subscriber club to graduate from the No Name 500, make it to the No Name Nationals.
Excellent.
I'm cheering these guys on. There's so many of
Yeah.
them that are working so hard and deserve it.
Oh man, dude, that first 500 is tough. It's really hard. And the fact that you've
Yes,
gotten that far, I mean, that shows quite a bit. So, I mean, good
it
job.
does. That first 500 stuff, because you can hit a home run with it when you have 100 subscribers and have 50% of your audience watching, which is disproportionately high, right? And that's
Yeah.
still just 50 people
Yep.
to push it some more. So it is really hard to get those first. Once you get the first 5, you've got an audience,
You
and
got
now
some
it starts
people.
kind of
Yeah.
rolling.
Yep.
But that's what it takes. Two Hacks will all get there. Two Hacks is the one that I use when I want to kick the excuses out from under everyone else, because he built the channel from 0 in 2 months. Now see they're giving you subs too. Well, that's cool.
Thanks, Brian. I'm going to sub to you because I kind of like the Craigslist thing too. I've thought about doing that myself.
Well, Brian, you ought to have a guest on there when you go through those. Why don't you do like what I'm doing, dual screen, and have a guest when you go through? I mean, it'd be pretty cool.
I'll just sit here and say, no, that's too expensive. No, that's too
Not really my style, Bill.
Yeah.
So RC Industries asking who has made it from the No Name 500, and they are you and Rapid Transit made it right about the same time. I think you were actually first, and then it was Rapid Transit Garage, Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy. Yes, that's a real username. He's a cool guy. He's got a funny username. The Dodge Whisperer, Frankenstein C20, White Trash Motorsports, Two Hacks Garage, Barrows Garage, Dust Devil Garage, Travis's Mopar Garage, Mopar Man 1978, Mike's Mischief, and the latest member is the Talking Mopars Podcast. Wow. Those are the last to make it. Now, Torque Racing's productions, as of a couple days ago, was at 466, and Wild Rose Garage was 464. So we got some others knocking on the door. And Red Eye Patriot made it to 510, but he's got to get registered. Registering Monday morning. There you go.
You guys got room still?
Showing up in here? Yes, you're showing up in here. I saw you in here.
Hi, Thumper.
Gonna have to be at the weird minute tonight. I'm at work. Well, there you go. Hang around what you can. We dig Pontiac and round them up for sure. Well, there you go. That might be cool, man.
Yeah.
Have him on as a guest.
Let's see.
Well, it's funny because when I have guests on, a lot of these guys they have like no name nationals business coming in, which is pretty normal. But it works because all the guests that I have, here lately have been people come to the no name nationals, and why not? Because there's a massive guest list, so
Oh yeah.
There's just tons of people. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I am real fat. There you go. I'm leaving the Pizza Hut parking lot at 285. Well, go back to the Pizza Hut parking lot and pull that engine already.
Yes. Even if what is it, your wife's car, whatever, pull the motor out of it in the parking lot. Done.
Explain registration to me, please. So when you go to nonamenationals.com, you will register and you will be in the book. And when you're in the book, that's how we know who's doing what, because everybody's hashtagging stuff. Some people are just doing it for views, but we need to know who's actually registered to come to the show. And one of the first people to register who didn't need any prompting or anything was Dalton. He didn't want to know who all the cool kids were coming first or any of that stuff. He said, I'm down, I'm in, I want to race and do cool stuff.
Well,
So
it was
what? That's why we want people like him on this show.
It was a toss-up, I mean, Duct Tape Drags is, I think, scheduled for the same week.
They haven't announced that I've heard.
They have. Last year it was, but I haven't heard anything either, and I didn't want to wait till they did. So
I've heard we threw a wrench in their plans from several people now because they were they were late. They were late announcing, and right now they're 3 months late announcing.
I know that by like February of last year, I'd already bought my passes for it. It's
Tall Garage, $5. Yo, Dalton, I heard someone showed you the oil pan reveal on my flathead. Ring a bell? What do you think?
Somebody did send me something. I don't know. I think they must have put a link in one of the comments. I think I saw that. It looks, horrible, if I remember right.
Heavens Mopar says you're on. You're not calling him out here, are you? You're welcome to. I've been watching the channels of the hashtag No Name Nationals each morning. It's been great seeing the variety and different styles. I so agree. It really is. We have, as the last time I looked, it was 131 channels and 1,700 and some videos. And that's just the ones that have the hashtag. There's a bunch more that'll have it in the thumbnail or they say it and they don't have the hashtags. There's right now, there are thousands of videos.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, now I got to go look at that now. Tall Garage, that pan creature crud was amazing. Yes, I want to see that now.
I think somebody sent that to me on Instagram now that I remember. Yeah, it was exceptional.
When you're hot, you're hot.
There it is right there.
Ooh.
It's like a...
Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
It's amazing.
Now, there is some dude somewhere who will tell you if you just pour some kerosene in there and let it idle.
Yeah.
And then change the filter.
Pour some ATF down the car, but then it'll be all right.
And a teaspoon of Marvel Mystery Oil. There's some guy that'll say that.
Doug will be happy there.
We got a fun little crew in here tonight.
Yes.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah, this is not a bad question at all.
Yeah, I do have a problem with that. I probably will bring one, actually, like legitimately for burnout competition and stuff.
Right.
Like that'll get pretty violent, so might need it.
We need to talk more about the burnout competition because
that's what
these are YouTube. Well, yeah, these are YouTubers, and I expect the first person to go out there and twist a car in half, and then everybody else have to beat it. Yeah. That's what we do, right?
You go out there, you send it to the moon.
Yes.
And hopefully you don't have too much in it. You could just take your gauges out of it and leave it there, and go home. That'd be my dream.
I'll tell you what's going to be fun is the pit thrash that goes on Friday night.
Yeah.
From people blowing stuff up. I'm predicting a pretty good one for that.
Oh yeah. Whole vault goat.
I quit getting those. I don't know what happens if you get it. I don't know. I don't know what happens if you get tetanus.
I think
You
we've
go,
developed
like rabies. I don't know. Pound cake shaped like an oil pan. Well, you can taste it. I'll pass.
Forbidden cake.
Yes. Type in nonamenationals.com. It's a redirect to Square and get you registered, man. Yes, slip join it. Do like Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. He did a those posts like people use to support stuff in their house. They have the little cross bolts.
Yeah.
Big Mike's Hoopty Barn did a drive shaft that looks just like one of those. I am not kidding. You need to see it.
Did it work?
I don't know. I don't know if it's driven. Mike, have you driven that yet? Because I gotta say, it's crazy, but his workmanship is great. The guy always does a real good job welding and fabricating his stuff. So if it's going to work for anybody, it will work for him.
Hell yeah.
We just pulled our No Name Nationals car into the shop on Tuesday. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. We have a handful of guys who are bringing the heat to this thing, and they're going to throw down. So
I know. That's what I look at and I watch. I do watch it time to time because I will follow the hashtag and it pops up. And some of these are like legitimate cars. I mean, this isn't.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, the car might look like dog shit, but there's real power under the hood of these things. And
oh yeah,
man, I'm coming in with like a dagger to a artillery fight. So
that's okay. That's okay. I mean, unless you have an ego to satisfy, then who cares? Just go run. Yeah. I mean,
kick the rods out of it and send it.
JB's Little Shop is one of those channels. He just keeps plugging away. Everybody likes him, so I think he's going to have one video really take off and get him that bigger audience.
Hope so.
I don't have any worry at all about him making his 500 subs. He'll get there, but he's gonna just go along. He's gonna find that one video that gets him what he needs. He thinks he's rebuilt his car, the engine won't stay running. Well, the alternative is get you a gasoline squirt bottle and hang out the window like Bo Duke, and if you time that just right, you don't have to rebuild the car.
It's mechanical fuel injection.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, he had a huge fireball under that car on the first start.
I saw that.
It was great. Have you weighed that car? What does it weigh?
I have not. So once I get my tags, I mean, I don't have scales or anything here. So I'm going to take it to a cat scale or something, go weigh it there. I'll take the under on 3,000, I think. I bet it's sub threes. And the Whalen Jennings sticker for sure, 45 horse. I mean, at least.
What is the sketchiest thing on that car that right now, would you say?
Well, the rear suspension being all raked up like it is, that makes hitting any kind of bump, any dip in the road. I mean, it rides like a lumber wagon, and that car, that's bad enough, but that car, the quarter panels are, I mean, if you got a couple of strong guys, you could probably rip the quarter panels off of that car.
Gosh.
And man, it shakes so bad. But honestly, the brakes, it drives straight as a string. The brakes are great in it. It just runs on down the road just like a normal car.
I can see you driving it in the rain with goggles and an umbrella in the car.
Better believe I'm gonna put a blue tarp vinyl top on it.
J-Bo's in the house. How's it going? Bear Rose says, I'll never tell someone that something won't work if I've never seen it done. Yep. Well, then there's always got to be a first person, right?
Yep. Somebody's got to learn the hard way.
Somebody has to learn the hard way. That's exactly right. I agree, Levi. It takes all sorts of people to make a show great. I totally agree. We're going to have everybody at the No Name Nationals. I mean, everything from a tour bus to little monkey bikes to Holey Goats to nice stuff, blown cars, slow cars, fast cars, everything from cars that run in the fours to stuff that will not make it to the other end before the clock's timed out at 22 seconds. Yes, we're going to have all kinds of variety. It's great.
And if I can, I might bring that Roadrunner along. If no promises there, but if I can get it done, I'll probably bring it with me.
That is the spirit, Mopar Mitch. Got in trouble putting brake shoes on my 70. Now, see this? He got in trouble for putting new brake shoes on his 70 Dodge Coronet in the Norton Hospital parking garage. That is awesome. These are the kind of people who I want to hang out with who have gotten in trouble for putting brake shoes on in a parking garage.
Yep.
There was a guy at our local auto zone here who was changing the clutch in a Dodge Omni in the parking lot. And he did it leaving one CV axle in. So he pulled the one out and then had the transaxle kind of hanging down and changed his clutch just like that. I thought that was pretty cool. My hat's off to guys like that.
Do what you got to do, man. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah. New City Carpet, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Check out NYS GTO channel looking for subs. Looking to call out a likewise GMA body. Absolutely. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I love the 318. Me too. Great engine.
Bulletproof.
I got some more 318 stuff coming up on my channel once this house thing is behind me. I think you guys will enjoy it. Holes don't weigh much. Nothing's lighter than a hole. Oh, goodness. I'm glad they enjoy hanging out with each other in the chat. It's always fun.
Yes.
Dart Sport. In case you forgot, the answer is Dart Sport. If the question is what color was your GTO originally, the answer is Dart Sport. I didn't write these rules of nature, but I was enlightened years ago by an unfinished project. Will the calendar be operational at the track? It might need to be for some.
Sundial.
Some people are going to watch me change my orange calendar before they get to the end. We'll have a sundial for some classes, I'm sure. Hey, Destroyer 1320 in the house. Yeah, Big Mike, you're exactly right. Those are my kind of people. People who do that. You got that right.
There's your guy that has AAA, and anything happens, it starts to have a misfire. He calls AAA and gets a tow to the nearest shop. And then there's your guy that just keeps driving until there's nothing left. But then there's like your in-between guy who says, well, this isn't really safe. Let me go find a parking lot where I shouldn't be and fix this. And that's me. I like that.
I cannot even think of all the things that I have driven a car with to get it where it needed to be A to B. Yep. I haven't done a missing wheel yet because I haven't been like on an Arkansas police chase, but I've done just about everything else, and nothing phases me. I'm going to take that Roadrunner to Carlisle, and I'm going to take everything, like extra wiring, hardline, flare tools, everything I could need. And wherever it blows up, I'll fix it. I just hope it's not in that 12-mile stretch of Maryland. Anywhere else, we'll just set up shop and take care of it.
Well, it's funny you say that because so I'm driving the truck I'm taking out to go get the Roadrunner is a 82 Chevy pickup. It's a 40-year-old truck. And it's about 5 hours from me. It's a big, it's a long drive. And that's what I packed extra fuel line, radiator hoses. I got a whole extra radiator in the bed of the accident. Who knows?
That's it. I'm literally going to have so many parts probably packed into the back of that that Roadrunner that I'm going to need air shocks just to level the car back out.
Hey, if you bring it, you won't need it.
Who do you think I should call out? Boy, isn't that a loaded question this week, Levi?
Well, we know who.
JB's finally getting the heads on. Hey, I'm digging that. He's doing a V6, and I just don't think that there's enough of that on YouTube. He's JB's Little Shop. If you guys have not subscribed or checked out JB's Little Shop, you should. In Tennessee, really cool guy. He's got a great little project going on there in his shop, and I'm looking forward to it. And actually, as soon as this house business is done, I'm going to go down to Central Tennessee, probably visit a little family, and I'd like to swing in and see you, JB. I know where you are, so I'd like to swing in and see you. We could do a live or something from your shop. You know what, man? I have no idea. I hate to admit, I haven't booked anything for myself yet. It's just it's a blur right now. Just Mopar Joe says Dart Sports. See, coming from somebody you don't recognize, that comment could be looked at as sketchy. But coming from Joe, you know that it's good. You now have the endorsement of Just Mopar Joe on that crazy comment. So. Well, Doug Narden, see, now you're getting greedy. Now this is the funny part. NSB looks like he's just trying to up the ante on the comment. No, they really do have a Lenco Dart with a passenger seat. Oh, my goodness. Now we're getting into the weird of comments.
Look at the cross makes. There.
What is this? Bondo plugged a 348 Chevy water pump to get home from Alabama to Florida? High five.
Hell yeah. I would have never even thought of that.
Oh, yeah. So they're in the path going to Carlisle. Well, I'm certainly planning to go to Carlisle. So Don English, he's got my space reservation up there. And you know how, the car show people could be funny about things, right? I mean, just a little bit. So I'm going to pit next to their 62 Valiants. So this 69 Roadrunner is going to self-identify as a 62 Valiant. And if they say that it can't do that, I'm going to call them just intolerant, bigoted people for not recognizing what that car identifies as.
Yes.
It is a 62 Valiant trapped in a 69 Roadrunner's body. And they need to respect that because I'm going to be parked next to the Englishes. Big Mike 50 Barnes says, I once tied up my tie rod with a clothes hanger in a convenience store parking lot to get home. Now, what did you do? You tied up a tie rod with a clothes hanger. Did you reconnect it?
I bet he just shoved it back up in, probably maybe the ball joint had popped out of it, and he probably wired it back into place to steer, right? I mean,
or maybe it was like on a truck that had a link that went across or something. I'm curious. Yeah. Tell us more about that, Big Mike. That's interesting. Why not? Any of you guys, what's your sketchiest thing you've done to get home?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Levi, if you're picking a match with Thumper there, you better pack a lunch. Thumper doesn't take any prisoners. You might want to look at his channel. So Cross Makes is saying take the exploder to pick up the car.
Oh my God, no.
Do you tow with an exploder?
Huh?
Do you tow with a? Okay.
I would, but it doesn't have, that one doesn't have a title, and it's been rolled. It's been in 2 circle track races. It's been rolled. We cut the roof off of it. The whole front clip's gone off, but there's no glass in it. But it does have a 302 in it. I guess it technically would do it.
Yeah. I towed the Roadrunner home with the CRV.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. JB says, come on. He's always here. Well, we'll do something if I can get down that way. Let's see here. Two Hacks says, just pick a camper and sleep on top. That's my plan. I know I would sleep well knowing that Two Hacks Jeff is one layer of camper veneer on top of me.
I'm going to sleep in the GTO. So
yeah. Now, man, I hope you have your mosquito repellent because you're not going to get much protection in there. Oh, look at this. This is good. So, New City Carpets want to be a jockey driver. Thumper, do you need a lightweight driver? That's interesting. So, if Thumper manages to lose by a tenth or two, he can put a jockey in the car. That's not a bad idea. So, let's see this. I'm fucking put that picture. I don't know how the guy that's working on the fascia boards and soffits on my house. He's about, I don't know if he's quite 5 feet tall. He weighs 107 pounds.
Jeez.
For real. And yeah, literally, he weighs exactly twice what my dog does. But he would be a great jockey driver. I don't know if that's his deal, but
yeah, that's 2/10 easy.
Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, right. Although I don't think Thumper needs it. I think he's going to throw down some numbers regardless.
Yeah.
Anyone else going to Carlisle? Well, I'll be there. Don and Wendy English will be there. Rude Mopar Dude was there last year. Hope he'll be back. Mopar Den will be there. We got a pretty good little crowd from our comment section who goes to Carlisle. So fly down to Michigan and drive 775 miles with me. Well, that could be interesting. Doug Narden says, I once had a pinhole leak in the gas tank of my 78 GMC Sierra Grande. Okay, is that a truck for those of us who just don't keep up with General Motors stuff?
Yes.
My friend had me prep the surface, and he handed me a paper plate with hairy fiberglass ready made on it, and it held fuel till I limped home. Man, I have a JB welded gas tank that was rusted at the seam, and JB welded it in 1994, and it still doesn't leak.
I had a guy, I JB welded the filler neck into the GTO's gas tank.
Yeah.
I had a guy just argue with me. He said, oh my God, that'll never work. The gas will eat it. I'm like, no, it won't. It's aluminum.
28 years that JB Weld repair has worked just fine on an A-body gas tank. It has never leaked. So it's always funny when you have these people tell you things that won't work, and yet they're never willing to try them. They don't know if they'll work or not. Yeah, they just insist they can't. Oh, this is a good one. Screwdriver in the rear control arm to get home. I like that.
I do too. But
so you had an auto right or left turn feature on that car, didn't you? Danny Boyd tried to mend an outer tie rod with some 12-gauge copper wire. Yeah, I'll go with that.
The coat hanger would have done you better.
Sure. Yeah, he said it didn't work. Well, you tried. You tried. Sounds like we were all roadkill before Freiburger made it popular. Maybe.
Yeah, Freiburger's been doing it a long time too, though. You know, I mean.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, the stuff that we've been doing forever finally got popular.
Exactly. I mean, that's what car guys have been doing since the beginning of time is, you know, you got to get home. You got to get home. And
25 by 30 Garage asks, why you have a truck with a back seat? Why do I read that question and hear it in the voice of Sue from Gas Monkey Garage? Why you have a truck with back seat? I don't know. Is that a question? I think trucks, the crew cab trucks are pretty cool. Most of the old parts and Russ says, I towed my 68 Roadrunner home on a tri-axle trailer with a 90 Ranger 4-cylinder 5-speed. Did you bury what was left of that Ranger on the property that got home?
It deserved it after that.
Did Whistling Diesel send you a plaque of accomplishment? Yeah, that is true. I mean, should be nice and cool for you. You got lots of ventilation there.
Yeah. I put the fans on the outside of the car. Nice.
Hello, Mr. Will's Dying Breed Garage.
That's a sharp looking pickup.
Yes, indeed. He's got the Fall Guy pickup going on. Yeah. Junk Car Willie's bringing a tent. Yeah, we have lots of camping, man. Lots of people on the grounds. 107 was a long time ago. Man, I don't know when I weighed 107. I mean, it's been like probably 40 years.
That'd have been about
I can't
fifth
even.
grade for me.
Yes, Jethro is a good boy. You see, he's not in here tonight. Usually he's sleeping under the desk while I do these lives. Ah, you're in Carlisle. Are you gonna be at Chrysler's at Carlisle? Mr. Will says he's going to try to make it to Carlisle. Well, we have a good time, and I do a live from there, from the host hotel. I did last year. We'll do that again this year. It's a lot of fun. There's Rube Mopar, dude. You going to be at Carlisle this year? Again? Hope to see you. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, yeah, Wild Rose got some good stories. He's plugged the gas tank with a bar of soap and then used seal all over top.
What?
Yeah, can you elaborate on that? Wild Rose Garage says he's plugged the gas tanks with a bar of soap and then used seal all over top.
Now, did you put the soap in the gas tank? Or do you stick it on the bottom of it? Or I guess it would be.
So he's one of these really hardy Canadians that will work when the temperatures are about negative 85 Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
So to him, the soap that they must use to survive in that environment is probably like lye,
Yeah.
It's probably some kind of, extremely potent Canadian soap that would kill us to use. Oh, yeah, just Mopar Joe's Body Shop. Look out. Oh, yeah, they're trading paint pictures. Well, just Mopar Joe and I want to get into some paint here before too long. New City Carpet is a welterweight. So anyone looking for 2/10, let me know.
You can drive my car, but it'd probably go into orbit.
This is funny. So Crossmakes is asking if you've ever used muffler tape. The product that when used as directed is still extremely sketchy. Stephen Oates needs to finish his house, the No Name Nationals car, and get subs. Not sure on Carlisle. You need to get your subs, man. Put up content working on your house. Keep on top of people's minds.
Or go to Pizza Hut and pull the motor out of your car. I mean,
I'm telling you, one or the other. Put up a video of what you're doing on your house.
Yeah.
Stay on top of people's minds till you get that audience built up. So Wild Rose says, I plugged a hole in the oil pan with the valve stem off my spare tires. That's a great idea.
It is.
If you did that on the Holey Goat, it would look like a porcupine. For some reason, I knew that Mopar Man 78 would know this. JB Weld is not the same as it once was. It gets soft with gas now. For some reason, if there's anyone who knew that, I knew it would be you.
There's two different kinds of JB Weld, though. There's one that says gas, and it's like the original, and then there's another kind, a newer kind, and that one does not say gas or fuel resistant.
I didn't know that. Did not know that. Would it be okay to have my car shipped to the track or at the church nearby? There will probably be people, as long as he's delivering it on a Thursday and you make it clear that we're not like responsible for what your shipper's doing, then we can probably work that out. That shouldn't be a problem.
I will make fun of you for trailering your car there. In fact, I'm going to make fun of anybody who shows up with a truck and trailer. So, I mean, just throwing it out there.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen, right?
Right.
Okay, I like this. Rubo Pardue says, used rear speaker wire as a throttle cable by hand to get home. I salute you. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, how did you route it? Because that's an important part of this. How did you have that routed? We have to know. Because I may do that on purpose. You never know. I may do that as like, a poor man's cruise control or something, Yeah,
you just loop it around a cigarette lighter or something to hold the throttle. There you go.
Right. Exactly. You're exactly right. Dakota time out. Is Dakota in here? Joe, make sure he gets a timeout occasionally. Roadkill Custom says, I once crafted a clutch pin for a second-gen Camaro from a 1.25-inch fender support rod. Was cut out with wire strippers, used a street signpost with holes to bend the rod. Well, that's clever. I like that.
Super clever.
Yeah.
I bet cutting that thing out, I know the rods he's talking about. I bet cutting that out with a pair of wire cutters was a bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, Don says it'll be inside gate 3. So if you see 3 62 Valiants parked together, one of which is trapped in a 69 Roadrunner's body, that will be us.
Oh boy, I got him going with the trailer comment.
You should. They deserve it.
They do.
We had to look for used Holly parts wedged into the basement of the dark in English Town to patch up carb to get home. That's great. That's fantastic. Hey, Buff Del Campo, thank you for letting us know you're still alive, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Dizzy Izzy's in here. I see him floating around. Dakota said, did I say I was driving the Roadrunner? That is the plan. So Carlisle is July 14th, and I've got a house project that is going on through at the very least May 1st, maybe the 5th. I'm thinking about 1 month from today, about 4 more weeks of that house project, and then I will have 2 months to make a car that hasn't run since the 90s roadworthy. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to throw the house at it, provided I can do that.
I have confidence in you.
318 will run in the house. Hey, by the way, one of our mods is floating around in here. Time Dakota out. Give him a little more free reign. He's been sliding through Uncle Tony's lives and getting away with it, but you can't do that forever. Okay. Wild Rose says, you see how you like this. We're actually getting tech tips on how to do the most atrocious field repairs ever now.
I'm going to take notes.
Yes. You rub the soap bar on like zest on the hole or crack, and it will stop for a while. Then cover the soap with Seal All. So are you doing this with stuff in the tank?
It had to have been.
Stop it for a while?
Yeah. It's genius.
I like it. And, and some purist will see that advocated and flag this video and say it needs to be removed.
Oh, no.
It's spreading misinformation.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's got to come down.
Oh, boy. Oh, they're mad.
Buff is the man. All right. I got to move forward. I get behind on these comments because once we start getting a lot of people in here, yeah, punched holes in floor pans. I got to skip ahead. C-clamp on the steering box to make it home. Mr. Pole Barn, are you the voice for Hank Hill on King of the Hill?
I get that at least 3 times a day.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
That's great.
I know, it's hilarious. Man, it's just how I talk. I never realized
I've watched King of the Hill. I don't ever think
I love
that.
King of the Hill.
I have never once thought about you saying propane or propane accessories.
Propane accessories.
Yeah. Dakota will return in 5 minutes. He's got his evening timeout. Yeah, I've never once thought of you being this. But you know where the real life King of the Hill drinking beer in the alley is? It's at Carlisle. Because Don and his brothers and Rude Mopar Dude and other people, they hang out in a line right behind the hotel in the corner, and it looks just like the King of the Hill when you come in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage is in the house. And Dave Marshall, the man with the fastest fair lane on Earth, or the galaxy that the police borrow to chase people, he is in the house. So, Andy, do you have any good news for us? Andy is in the middle of dynoing his mixed up boss, and he's working on cracking the 700. He's getting close. And if you got any news for us, let us know, because I know you were working on that today. Dean Stevenson saw a left-hand drive Aussie Falcon on King of the Hill.
That's
Well, that's
Boomhauer's car.
cool.
Right? No, Boomhauer drove a Roadrunner with a slant 6 in it. I remember that.
Boomhauer had a it was a Roadrunner. Was a slant 6 in that car?
Yeah, I remember there being one where the hood was open. I just remember seeing a slant 6 in it. Like, what the
Oh
hell
my
is that?
gosh!
Yeah.
I had no idea. Yep. Boomhauer drove a 70. I don't know if he had a 69 Roadrunner, I remember. Well, Doug Nard, I had never thought about that before. My life is more complete than it was before this live.
Sweet Lady Propane.
Dakota's showing off how many accounts he has had blocked from Cabral's channel. All right, Andy is saying, howdy guys, we're at 690 horsepower, 590 pound-feet. Have to make some longer carb studs for tomorrow for more spacers. The test right now is to determine the plenum volume, and the spacers will show if it needs more. That's what they're saying. So the dyno tuning continues.
Nice.
So Lunar Outlaw says, I can confirm that 2 sets of shoestrings work as an alternator and fan belt as long as you don't sit at a red light for 6 or 7 minutes. He had just done that, bringing that car home on the way to see me, and stopped at O'Reilly in my town here to get a fan belt for it. So that's legit. I forgot all about that. I'm glad you dropped that in here. That's a hard one to beat, actually. Brian Beeler's going to be at Carlisle. Well, look us up. You'll find us. I'll have the car there that everybody says shouldn't be. Oh, yeah. Beavis and Butthead, Todd drove a Duster. That's right. That's a good point. I would agree, Nolan. Yeah. Let's see here. JB, he's been putting a cylinder head on while watching the live. Well, good man. That's it.
Awesome.
That's it.
I like
We
to
have
watch
lots of people verifying this. I've never tried that because, in this industrialized age, I can keep an extra fan belt in the trunk.
For $5.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom where I'm trying to find that one fan belt. It's in the mountains somewhere. Andy, that sounds like an efficient chamber. That engine is a beast. I saw it in person. We loaded it up in the truck to take it to the dyno. It is wicked looking. Oh, goodness. Well, all right, you guys. I mean, we're hanging out. This show is for you guys. We got Dalton here, having a good time. It's a lot of fun. We could do this more often. I'm having a blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is cool. The aggressive crowd comes out when we do the No Name Nationals lives because they're asking questions. I have Dallas or guest on. This is a little more relaxed. It's like social hour here. This is good stuff.
I want to point out that 25 by 30 garage. He's got a car that he got at the Texas Mopar Horde auction.
Oh yeah,
as well. It's a 300, I think, Chrysler 300, and
cool.
He's getting to work on it now, I believe.
I have plenty of accounts, but I have to save some for the occasional trolling. Dakota's a rock star and doesn't know it. Why in the world he's not in the mix for the No Name Nationals is beyond me. He could absolutely have his 500 subs. I do not get that at all. His dad has a flathead V8 and a Ford tractor. Dakota's got a Camaro. His brother's doing some Pontiac stuff. They should get in on this. I think they should. Casper's going to go. That truck is going to fly. You know what? Based on Junk Car Willie's recommendation, yeah, you should check that out. I've checked out a little bit. It's pretty cool. Junk Car Willie's got a neat channel too. Yeah, this check's pretty laid back. It's not like it's a little higher temperature. You know, the No Name Nationals lives. You got a lot more people in there and asking questions. It's great. I had fun with it, but this one is just more chilling.
Well, I could heat it back up by bringing up the trailers are for boats thing again. If you want.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and start some more controversy because
Go for
trailers
it.
are for boats. Hey, look, a link. That's a good looking channel there. Y'all check that out.
Indeed, it is. You know what I've discovered? You can leave that C out in the middle between YouTube.com and the extension, and it works just fine.
And it makes you seem professional that way.
Yeah, YouTube just does that to separate the people who know you can do that from the people who don't.
I believe so too.
I have no idea, Greg McDonald. Why don't you ask him? It's not a bad question. Cleaning out tons of rat and mouse poop. Yes, good idea.
Hey, Rich, have you gotten into the motor of that thing? Is it looking like Holey Goat's 400? I mean, and did you have a cactus in that car? I don't recall. I'd be interested.
So, you know what? I have never thought of that. So now we got this going on.
I tell you what.
I never figured that out. Here's Jeremy. He's the guy who did my roofs, my beautiful roofs that I have in Bluefield, and his father was a very prolific mud racer, and so I want to do some stuff with him on my channel here soon. So, you ever think you'd see a mud dragster on this channel? Well, you're probably about to.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, really. That's going to be a neat episode. New City Carpet says, I can't get 500 subscribers at NYS GTO or New City Carpet because flooring for office suites just isn't that exciting. You'd be surprised. You should try it.
Put a time lapse on it. Put a GoPro up in a corner. Throw a time lapse on it of you rolling in some flooring.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And you know what? Especially if you're doing flooring at a Pizza Hut, pull an engine while you're there on your break.
We have determined the recipe for success here.
You know something, Dalton. We're gonna. If these people don't do it, you and I are gonna go do it.
That's fine. We'll meet somewhere. We'll find a Pizza Hut directly in between us.
You got it.
We'll buy a car in that town and motor and swap it right there.
I'm dead serious, you people. I'm dead serious. What's right between us? Kentucky,
yeah, somewhere down there.
So we'll find some place in BFE, Pennsylvania, and we will find the car and we will pull the engine to the parking lot of the local Pizza Hut and have lunch and film it. And I'm for real. We should do that.
That is a hit waiting to happen.
I'm down for that.
Yes,
I'm down for that. People watch you mow grass. We're going to show people. You know what? He and I are each going to get 500 subs out of that in one shot, in one day, just to show you people worried about 500 subs how it's done.
Yep.
Okay, Levi City promised to do if you hit 500. Well, how about it? Do it to it. But that's how you'll get the 500. That's how you'll get the 500.
Yeah, you got to go out there, do something that nobody's done. Now, there's probably been people that have pulled motors in Pizza Hut, but they put it on YouTube, and maybe not. So,
I'm sure that some guy in 1987 pulled an engine out of a clapped out 75 Celica delivery car in the parking lot of Pizza. It just never got filmed.
So I could get back to work.
Yeah. Pizza Hut used to be a lot different. I can't think when it was. They changed it in the 90s, the mid 90s, late 90s. And I don't know if you remember that when you do. You'll remember it. The people in the 20s don't remember. They used to have like the real cheese, the real cheese that would string and everything was doing so much different. It's changed a lot. Pizza Hut's become a filling station. It's not destination pizza anymore, unfortunately. Go to Walmart and hold up a sign. You know what? There's some people who are living in a van in the back corner of our Walmart's parking lot. They have this E250 Econoline. It's like the real stretched out church bus. It's blue. Yeah. And that van has been there forever. And now I notice they go hold up signs at the intersection. It's the biggest intersection in the entire town. So they have figured out a place to work. They probably make more money than I do with that racket right there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dakota says, y'all have probably seen that picture of the dude out in the road rebuilding an engine in the 70s and 80s. That dude out rebuilding an engine in the road in the 90s is probably me. Who are you talking about?
That dude was everybody at one time.
Yes, exactly. I can't remember what season episode off the top of my head, but that show Chips, Ponch and John riding around on motorcycles writing frivolous tickets.
Yeah. That
show was like a car show, right? Because the cars were so cool in Chips. That was the only reason I watched it. There was an episode where this woman breaks down in her car and walks up along the road shoulder to a payphone on the side of the road. They used to have payphones on the side of the road way back there, call boxes. And this van sees her walking away from her car, rolls up in front of it back seat and throws a crane out the back. And before she could get off the phone to call for help, they'd stolen the engine out of her car and left. That's the way you got to do it in a Pizza Hut parking lot. Just like that.
Quick and dirty.
That's it. Doesn't sound like a bad gig. I'll tell you what, I've done the math on it. They make some good money. But generally, when they have the panhandling bucket out, they skip my car because they don't want to take a chance with the dog. So they're like, yeah, he looks cheap anyway, and I might get bit. So they just keep going. Andrew Nelson says Bob Glidden rebuilt his pro stock engine for his Pinto in a hotel parking lot. Absolutely. Bob Glidden was the man.
I've read about that.
He built his engines on the floor in his shop. He didn't believe in engine stands. So for him to do that in the hotel parking lot would be nothing. And if the Roadrunner blows up a 727 on the way to Carlisle, I am going to rebuild it on the live in the hotel conference room. That's going to happen. I'm going to get the little luggage carts that roll out. I'm going to put the transmission on it. We're going to pull it in the parking lot. And I'm going to roll it in the elevator and take it right up there to the conference room. We're going to rebuild it right on the table. If it blows up, if it's still holding, I won't do that. But if it's coming unglued on the way up, I'll do it. I've actually heard of this. Swap the engine out of a new rental car. I've heard of somebody doing that once and cleaning up a used one and sticking in there.
I've so with like LS, Home Depot trucks or something, U-Haul. Some of those have 6 O's in them. It could be worth your while. Or you go rent a car that's your same car, change the tires out. They'll never know. I mean, you're good.
Bob Glidden is a legend. Indeed, he is. Why is Tony posting vids? It's like, I have no idea. He doesn't consult with me on his video. Oh, maybe like one video or 2 or something that I had something to do with, but not generally. Yeah, they have like shifts now. These panhandlers, they are such a professional organization.
Yeah, that's a total racket.
Jive Hive Jeff of Two Hacks Garage says he worked at a Pizza Hut in high school, and it was like a constant return of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yes. Oh, it's rerun. I thought I read return off there. It's because it makes more sense. Yes, I agree. Rent a car, swap tire. Buzz, you sound like you've done that. Not saying you have. Jeremy Finley says we would rebuild our track. We have 6 different pistons and still one. Absolutely. Scott, Speed Shop Jed, he wanted to pop in and say hi. Sorry for losing his temper. Well, that's all cool, man. Everybody's got a temper. The only question is how much comes out, what it takes to get it. No problem. I like Jed. I accidentally pushed his buttons on Wednesday, and I kind of knew it would, but it's like this is life, and it's like it just happens. But I am looking forward to seeing Jed at the No Name Nationals. He's got work to finish up. We'll get to it already. Make us some content. I caught a little tiny bit of your live, but I was literally on the side of a trailer loading it. So I've been so busy I can't keep up with anything. Mr. Rodder's neighborhood. Hey, Dallas, what's up? Man, he and I are so busy. The Bad Tree guys were going to holler at you, Dallas, because aren't you going to Iowa? That's okay. Just me. Well, I'm just me. Andrew Nelson says, I won a drag race in San Antonio in a rental. I believe that. Those guys they are serious. Jezebel probably does have a few bullet holes in it. I think that every car in Kansas does. Just some of them show and some of them don't.
Been mudded over.
Finley's proud of the mud racing we did. Oh, yeah, he should be. You guys should check that out. Look up Jeremy Finley, and the name of the car was the S Kicker, the letter S and Kicker. And his father campaigned that car in the you remember when the TNT, trucks and tractor power and that kind of thing, you would see it running in there all the time and ran up through the 90s. And that was some cool stuff. So apparently Dallas does not own every 455 on the face of the earth. Junk Car Willie says that he has. Well, I'm glad to know, because I thought that Dallas owned every one of them. Now I was right. Dallas is on the road to Iowa. I thought that was it.
They got an event going on, right? This weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Humboldt,
Iowa. The AHRA is picking up steam, where the other sanctioning body is losing tracks. And now is catering to like 32 people in the world. The AHRA is catering to us and getting tracks. And
that would be the best thing to happen to racing, hands down.
Yeah.
I got nothing good to say about NHRA.
Well, the AHRA is the sanctioning body for the rest of us. If you have one of those 12,000 horsepower nitromethane burning cars that has $15 million a year thrown to its back, if you're one of those guys, the other sanctioning body is the sanctioning body for you. But if you don't have one of those, the AHRA is your sanctioning body.
Right.
Cars in North Georgia have to worry about meth pipes and burnt spoons being in them. Oh, my gosh.
I have actually ran into that once.
Mr. Will says, my CHP Coronet had a bullet hole on the roof. Well, that's pretty cool. I hope you didn't fix it. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Well, it seems like they are trying to kill every part of drag racing that they can. It just seems like they are. If there's something good, it's on their hit list. They won't let it thrive. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they over-regulation, and with their tech rules and stuff, I can't afford to go run anything legitimate there. There's no way.
Absolutely. AHRA is the working man's record. Yes, it is. Yeah. Also, it's not even it's just preparation. See, that's dedication right there. The president of the organization goes out to get stuff prepared for the season. Mm-hmm. That's hardcore. Oh, this is a good point Buzz brings up. So was this an MD through the roof, or was this a shootout?
Was it Barney pulling his revolver?
Yes. You know what? I know the longest running commercial firearms instructor on earth, John Farnham. He's been teaching since 1972. And he told me that this is no lie. This is completely real. If you go in a police department, like an old one, and you see pictures hung in weird places and different heights, it's there to cover bullet holes from negligent discharges in the police department.
Oh, God.
For real. For real. It's not even a joke. Going to Spring Nationals next weekend? Yeah, it sounds cool. But it's a shame when I see tracks like Atlanta go by the wayside. I mean, Atlanta's a wonderful venue. Jeremy, he's still mud racing, 3 generations of it. Yeah. Andrew says, belts at NHRA are good for 2 years. Some belts are okay for 3 years. Yeah, exactly. So he's talking about the weird discrepancy in the tech inspection on belts, like your lap belts and harnesses.
Yeah.
So the NHRA says they're good for 3 years in dirt racing and 5 years in land speed. So when you get as fast as land speed, your belts that have been timed out 3 times over by NHRA are still good.
Exactly. You can do 300 miles an hour, but not 120.
Memphis closes on 528 for good? Are they getting rid of Memphis Dragway? Is that what you're saying? I mean, they should get rid of the entire city of Memphis. But you're saying the track is going? I did not know that. Andy's going to run Casper at an AHRA event here in North Carolina sometime in the future. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look out. I hope to be there when you shake that truck down, Andy. Mr. Will says he is traveling for Easter tomorrow. Have a happy Easter. Indeed.
Yes, you too.
Yes. We all should. 318 Will Run is hoping to run our IHRA track on the 30th. Memphis is dead. That is the most crime-soaked place I've ever been in my life. Every respectable business has bars on the windows, and I'm kid you not, there are signs literally that say, "Don't come in here if you smell like marijuana and pull your pants up." These are on the doors of the businesses in downtown Memphis. Oh, look at that. He says, yeah, it's being turned into a warehouse. Wow.
Damn.
I've never run on Memphis. It's a good track. Levi's saying, Dallas, you tried one of the oldest tracks in the U.S., Thornhill Dragway. Where have you run before, Dalton? I mean.
Me?
Yeah.
Twice in Tucson.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only time I've done dirt track, around it kind of thing. There's no tracks around here. There's nothing to go run on. I've done plenty of, illegitimate racing, but there's nothing to do. I mean, Topeka is the closest quarter-mile track we got. That's an hour and a half from me. They're trying to open up I-70 Speedway. They're trying to open up the track there, and the county's fighting them on it because of noise or something. It's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, but
yeah,
I don't know what there's just nothing around here. The only thing to do is go run on the street.
All right, so tell us all about that dirt race and stuff. I have never, I see those guys do it, mud coming in the cars drift around. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Tell us about doing that, because it seems crazy.
I've done a few of them. I did last year pretty consistent. Nothing fast at all, but it's pretty nuts, and it's violent too. You watch those guys, things get hairy pretty quick out there.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be careful. But there was a local track, and they were doing it was enduros, but they was kind of very open-ended on their rules. And I showed up with a 71 Torino stock car the first time, and it did pretty good. By the time I finished the race, my passenger door had fallen off. My headers had fallen off of it. I had uprights on it, and they'd fallen off. And then I built a 58 Chevy race car and wrecked it the first time I took it out. I was trying to do nostalgia races with it. And after that, I said, I'm probably good. That's a lot of money to dump into something and not be able to use it anywhere else.
Oh, wow. Dallas says all IHRA owned tracks are sold for property value. Ooh, they are going under. Memphis, Cordova. Oh, gosh. That is terrible.
It's not good.
That is terrible. What possesses somebody to want to race on dirt? Is it the closest dirt racing track to us is Franklin County, and they have I don't know if it's a local public access channel that covers the races there.
Really?
But it's just it's almost like they fight like street outlaws. I can't tell. I think they know they're going to be on TV.
No,
so they're going to jump out and fight. And it's just a regular thing there.
No, that's 100% legitimate. I mean, even when I just go to watch or whatever, there's always some. They're just a different class of folks,
Yeah,
and they they like to handle their problems with violence. So, you know, I mean, it works for them. But man, they will make you tear down your engine. I mean, if they put
yeah,
a claim on you, you got
yeah.
to do it, and they will make you. They will put a claim on you. That's not just there as a threat. There's a lot of good old boys, with each track. The same guys show up every week. It's just I don't know. It's not necessarily a very positive scene, but it is fun.
It's a good experience. It shows you how different all the kinds of racing are.
Yes.
Two IHRA tracks in Arkansas holding strong in George Ray's. It'll outlast the sun. It probably will. I really want to go to George Ray's. Joe's and I are going to make that happen. Oh, then we got the Nelsons. Asphalt is for racing. Dirt is growing for potatoes. Well, when you have 1,000,000 horsepower in your car, like you guys do, I mean, I can see why that's true.
I'd rather race on asphalt, but there isn't one around here. So it's a matter of location.
SRP says he loves dirt track race and several friends in West Virginia that race. Well, it's interesting. So there's one track I want to go to. It's where Kentucky and West Virginia, and I guess that's Ohio, all collide there. So it's got to be near Huntington. It's in a place called Fort Gay, West Virginia, a place that was obviously named a very long time ago. And they paved over a 300-foot dirt track or mud drag track. They paved it. Yeah. How much rock do you have to put in a mud race track to pave? But they did. And it's only 300 feet. There's a train track trestle. So I guess they have about 400 or 500 feet of stopping room and a 300-foot track. And so when you go on their webpage and you look at the records there, you're like, whoa! It's because the junior dragsters running the fours here, really? Like, yeah, they do.
I want to
go to that place. I want to see that.
I want to do a standing mile. That's what I want to do.
Oh, that'd be neat.
In the GTO.
The GTO, I was going to ask that.
I'll wind that sucker out. I mean, 323s, 400 in it. It'd probably be good for 135 or so.
Probably, I think. Yeah. Could you imagine the whistling sounds you're going to hear when you get the speed in that? It's going to be great.
Exactly.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see more of the stuff you've got planned with that car.
Yeah.
And don't forget, for you guys who just made it to the chat, unless Levi does it first, Dalton and I are going to go pull an engine in a Pizza Hut parking lot just to show you people you really can't do that.
This is what you do. We're going to meet in the middle between us. He's way out of east, and I'm in Missouri.
Yeah.
And we'll just meet. We'll swap an engine in a parking lot. We'll pick something basic. We don't need to set any records or anything. But just to show you, hey, we're going to do this. Film everybody's reaction that comes by and says, "What are you doing?" Including the police. And
we're going to take a little bet to see when we're going to have the first Karen. I don't know at what time the first Karen will roll in. You guys figure out how long you think it'll take us to get Karen.
Right.
Yeah, we got the second shift rolling in here now. Well, I don't want to keep my guests tethered or anything, but if you're hanging out, I'm just hanging out. We're having a good time. I never go over 2 hours, so we got a few more minutes here to just hang out and chat.
Totally good with me.
Yeah. This is my break from working on the house, so I'm enjoying this tremendously.
This is my break from being out in the shop and filming and doing whatever. So
I will be ball and chain to a rotten floor tomorrow. So this is a blast. This is good.
Better you than me, man.
Dakota has 295 50-15s and 256 gears.
You'll be aerodynamically limited at that point for sure.
Yeah. Right.
If you got enough motor in there, you could push.
Well, you've got the right gears to make it to the No Name Nationals and drive it. You should be able to do that easily.
Hell yes.
Yeah, man.
Is
it the weird hour yet? This channel doesn't have a weird hour. Dust Devil Garage has a weird hour. He starts in the weird hour and he gets to the weirder hour at the end of the evening.
Well, we can get weird.
Oh, we can, but generally save that for Brian's. putting down a rock floor. No, sir. This house has sawmill lumber and it has 1 3/4 inches of total flooring in it. You could put a milling machine and a lathe in the bedroom and it wouldn't fall through. I'm having to put down modern 1x6 sheeting and then a 1/4 inch sheet of thin plywood and then finishing it with 3/4 and then carpet. It's a crazy thick floor, but it works solid.
They do not build houses like that anymore. You know,
if y'all want to pay for gas on your Huckleberry, well, I'll tell you what. If you want to go to the No Name Nationals and what you need is gasoline, we're going to figure out some way for you to win the gas to do it. We'll figure out a way. Dakota, by the way, I believe he's 18 years old. He's been in the chat here for years. And he's a car builder, and he is the future. He is the guy who's going to replace us. And we need to make a way for that to happen.
Where are you located out of, Dakota?
He's in Northwest Georgia.
Whew, damn.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah.
We'll find a way to make that. I think we'll find that'd be some kind of contest or some kind of fundraiser we'll raise for Dakota.
What's he got? He got a car or?
He does. He's got several things. He needs to show up.
Yeah. Make some videos, man.
Big Mike Soupty Barnes, this is awesome. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to participate. Well, I know the feeling. I haven't been able to do as much on my own channel as I'd like. I got one video I need to get edited up. It's just been sitting languishing.
Yep. I've been constant working the last week on videos, trying to get enough shit stuck in the backlog, you know, to cover me while I go and pick up more stuff.
So Big Mike Soupty Barn wants to pitch in. You know, I have a feeling that we'll have some little thing that we could raise that, but Dakota's got to do his part. You got to get to 500 subscribers, and you got to calculate how much gas mileage you're going to need, and we can do some kind of fundraiser for your gas. So you come up with the subscribers, we'll make the other part happen.
He's got a Camaro with 256s in it, way too big of a tire. Assuming it's a regular old small block, he's probably looking at what, 17, 18 miles to the gallon if he keeps it.
Yeah.
So, and then from Georgia to Sykeston, 1,000 miles or so, probably. So
probably
it would need probably $500 in fuel to get there.
Probably about right.
Yeah.
Dallas said you can ride with me. That will get you halfway there.
There you go.
Heavens Mopars. I'll tell you what. Now this man's no hypocrite. Sell a car for gas money to get there. It's exactly what he did. Yeah, and Andrew Nelson, he's done a standing mile. 54 Studebaker went 179.644.
Wow. You got to have some aerodynamic work done to that, I imagine.
Don English says, we'll get you there. Getting home is your problem. Dakota needs 500 subs. That's his problem at the moment.
Ooh.
He needs to get his subscribers. Bear Rose Garage says, he's rolling a big block Ford with a C6 3,200 miles for the No Name Nationals. It's going to happen one way or another.
That is what it's about right there.
Yes, it is. You know what? I think Bear Rose Garage, so Dallas and I had the first No Name Nationals video, the announcement video, and I believe Bear Rose Garage had the second. And it was him out in 7-degree weather in Idaho digging around in the snow for his projects. I'm like, wow, this guy seems hardcore. He surprised us all.
Yep.
Like, there's always an extra. That's why we're born with 2 kidneys, because this way we have one to hawk for gas money to go racing.
I'm going to grab something to drink.
Subscribers aren't easy to come by. No, you can't. Well, you know what? If anybody could, it'd be Dakota, but no, you cannot. You'll get it. You will get past it. You will get your 500 subs. You might get timed out along the way, but it'll happen. Big Luck 402, you're at 350. I keep up with all you guys who are registered. How many subscribers you have? So no, it's fair. Everybody's got to have their 500 subs. In fact, Dallas, his channel, Mr. Rodder's Neighborhood, did not have 500 subs. And I told him, you're not getting in. You are not getting in unless you have 5. He got it.
Damn right.
You can, if you have 490 subs and you come to the event, you don't have it. You got to panhandle at the gate to get those last 10. That's the way it's got to be. Okay, Atlanta to Sykeston is 440 miles. So that's Atlanta, and that's the other side of Dakota. Dakota's much closer than that.
Oh, that's not bad at all then,
No,
man.
it's not bad at all. So it's probably only 370 miles or so for Dakota, would be a guess.
When I was 18, I was making trips like that in junk. You'll be all right. Maybe, well, I wasn't, but
yeah,
you'll be all right.
Hey, Dakota, you know what you could do? You could go out and film ways you raise money, like hauling off scrap and stuff.
Right. Or
That
selling
would
your
be-
kidneys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Performing services that you would not otherwise. JB says he's going hard and heavy on his engine. All right, man. Good luck. 440 miles. That's an afternoon jaunt.
It is.
For
I'm
some people.
driving 300 miles tomorrow, in a 40-year-old big block Chevy truck that's got 411s in it.
Nice.
I mean, it's going to suck, but
Yeah.
that's what I got. So
your back is going to feel like you've been carrying refrigerators.
Yes, it will.
Levi said my last video got 137 views in 2 days. That means you need to do a different kind of video next. That's all that means.
Yep.
Buff says when I haul off scrap, I want to keep most of it. Yeah, the NSB guys got a pretty good haul. But, I think Brian from Wasted Talent Fabrications is coming 2,186 miles. Chris Albrecht, Talking Mopars, I believe he's coming 2,200. I think he's actually got the longest haul so far. The Canadian guys are over 2,000 too.
You guys that want to trailer your cars, I understand it. I mean, if you have to, you have to. But you would be, for your typical car, not your all-out drag car, but you'll be shocked what your old car is capable of doing, man. I mean, there ain't nothing on it you can't fix with bubble gum and a flathead screwdriver.
You guys haul off scrap? Oh, yeah. When I get enough scrap to haul off, I sure do. Of course I do. What's Dakota's page? Dakota's timeout. You see him here in the chat? You do your part, Dakota. I'll share your stuff. My car would blow up outside of my town. As long as it blows up where you can roll into a Pizza Hut, you're all good.
As long as it blows up on video, you're all good. That's good content.
That's it. You roll in, that's where you'll change your engine right there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Andrew says call me a sissy. I'm hauling my junk out there.
All right, sissy.
I give people a pass when they run in the fours. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Although Tom Bailey would still call him a sissy. Running the threes and drive his stuff.
Yep.
It's all relative, right?
All relative to the money.
Dakota could make a video of trolling and make a channel. Well, I agree. Dakota's a great troll. Says, I don't think I have enough sense to make it that far. You're a bright kid. You know what? If nature needs to weed you out for not being able to use your phone to navigate there, then so be it. But I think you'd be fine. Yeah, NSB's dark. It's gallons per mile. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Wild Rose is hauling off his junk with worse junk. It's funny. I'll go in the junkyard and I see stuff in there that's much nicer than what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I always think that's funny.
Well, that's I'm going out to nobody's show, Chad out there to that junkyard to get that Roadrunner, and I'm bringing some extra cash just in case I run across something good. I never know what's in the junkyard.
488s are tough for 1,500 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine. I've got a set of 557 gears for an 8 3/4. I don't know what I'll do with them yet. But
You'll give them.
It came out of an old agriculture, like an old USDA truck. And the install was horrific. They were hitting the differential itself. So they took, I got a picture of this somewhere. They took sheet metal shims and put under one side of the cap
Oh God.
because the pinion was dragging the front of the differential. I don't even know how that, because it's not supported on the front of the pinion like a 9-inch Ford.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this worked, but they put a sheet metal shim on one side of one cap and they put it on the opposite side of the other cap. So you had a shim here and a shim here, so that the differential was free and wasn't bound. It was the strangest thing. The trucks only apparently drove 5 miles an hour, and the gears look like they've been just chewed up by a shark on the edges. But I'm wondering if I clean them up a little, if you could actually get a decent pattern, because they clearly haven't worn enough to, get through the surface hardening and just turn to crap. So who knows? That
Deburr them a bit. And
yeah, maybe able to actually run them.
Thumper's got a good point there. That Pontiac motors, anything more to 355 is kind of a waste because they make all their power at 3,000 RPM. You don't need it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't got to ring them out.
Huge torque down low. 620 for the gasser. Yeah, there you go. Travel together, bring the slant six. I love this spirit of community, how these guys are all working together.
I think this is going to be a hell of an event, man. This is going to be great.
I think so, too. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
When driving long distances, Murphy's Law likes to pop its head. I would agree. You just got to be ready to battle Murphy at any time.
You can offset Murphy's Law by using the other law, which says if you bring it, it won't happen. So if you bring a ignition coil or you bring if you bring a transmission and an extra engine, you won't need it.
That's exactly right. If you bring an alternator, your alternator could have no brushes in it and it would still work just fine.
Yep.
If you want a belt that's hanging by a couple of threads on the outer shell with like no rubber, and you want that belt to go 1,000 miles, all you have to have is one in the trunk. And the right size wrench to put it on. Because if you forget the right size wrench to put it on, that belt will break, 50 miles from home.
Remember, kids, 7/16 plus 10 cents equals 3/8. That's good.
I just love the variety of guests we have on here. Thumper says, I subscribe to Dakota 2. Make me proud. Don't let us down. Do this thing, man. We want to see you make it. We want to see you make it. If you want a link to Dakota's, I don't have it handy. If one of the mods can pop it up, that'd be great. If not, I did a video with them last year, and you'll see a V8 Ford tractor on the thumbnail visiting Dakota's timeout. So you can go check them out there and see what they have, what they're about, and you'll get a link to his channel on that video. Andrew says, that's why we bring a trailer. We bring everything we can. Now, Unfinished Project and Dizzy Izzy are tied at 118 subscribers.
Sounds like you guys need to go to Pizza Hut.
I'm telling you what, don't think we're kidding. I'm one of these guys. Don't ever think I'm kidding when I say something like that. Yeah, this is funny. I sent a text to, I don't know what it was. You had sent me a text or something, and I said, I'm just filming stupid stuff out here. It was me with Cousin Eddie, and he's like, stupid stuff makes the world go around.
It does.
It does.
I mean, there's people out there that want to see you be smart, but there's a lot more people out there that want to see you be stupid.
Sure. Absolutely. If you did a video solving some kind of quantum physics problem, you're going to have 3 people watch it.
You're right.
If you have some kind of video of you falling through a floor, I mean, it'd be the line would never run out.
Exactly.
Was there a flathead in that tractor? Yeah, you need to go check that. I got good video of that tractor on my channel. That thing is cool. Oh, and it's fast too. Dakota's 1/10 of the way there. Well, get the other 9/10, man. You got plenty of time.
Do it, man.
If you get in, if you commit to this, there's so much support, so much wind to your back that Dalton and I sure didn't have getting our first 500. Right. You can get there.
You start working on it, buddy. You come over on my channel. I do lives too. I'll push your stuff.
Yeah.
We can make it happen.
We'll always recognize good effort.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. People want to get recognized. You will not be denied as long as you're working and doing good stuff. That it works.
Right, but you got to put the effort in, though. I
That's
mean,
right.
nothing comes easy, but
you got to do your part. If you're too busy to ask for subscribers, you'll get more.
Yeah.
Wild Rose says he's going to cobble together more junk. Have a good one. And by the way, if you guys have not checked out or subscribed to Wild Rose Garage, that's one of my favorite channels to rise up during this No Name 500. I absolutely love watching his videos. If you ever need to hire a narrator for something, there's your man right there. Might not be safe for work, but you'll enjoy it endlessly. I'm in. Are you in? Are you going to come help us do the Pizza Hut engine swap? Because we would be glad to have you.
My son just walked by and he looks over and you say Pizza Hut engine swap. Like,
yeah, right. But you know what's funny? That's probably only about the 50th craziest thing he's heard around you. Oh, okay. All right, what's Dad doing today? Oh, yeah, sounds about right. CNN can't get to 500 subs. Well, that's because the No Name 500 guys don't have fake news on their channel.
Oh, it's all real news.
Yes, Wild Rose has quite a vocabulary. Yes, he does. Yeah, have them all pop that link. If my mods have been in and out, but though I'll stick one in the video below here to Dakota's channel. It's Dakota's Timeout. He is easy to find. All right, we've got we still have a good crowd in here, but I'll tell you what, you guys get in any of your last questions or comments, anything you got for Dalton,
yeah,
and we'll wrap up and call it a merciful end to the day. It's been a lot of fun, though. It's been fun hanging out and interacting with you guys. Great. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. This is a little more laid back than most of our wild lives. New City, I only had 41 subs in January. If you can do it, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Bear Rose is exactly right.
And if you get the right thing for your channel too, it's huge. I had 35 subs forever. And then I drug a piece of crap GTO home. I did not know that this would happen off of it. But, I mean, if you get the right project, you get the right emotional attachment to it for people, that can help tremendously.
Yeah, you guys in the No Name 500, listen to Dalton. He knows a thing about building the channel. So when these creators who've crossed these bridges, there are the places you want to be. They have good advice. That was a really good idea.
I wish there had been this, whenever I was trying to start out, it would have been so helpful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just, this didn't exist. How big is the No Name Nationals track? Will everybody fit? I hope not. I hope that we're so crammed in there, we need a bigger venue. That's successful. Yeah, Tumbleweed says, I think I found Pole Barn Garage when you had maybe 750.
Yep, I've seen him around for a long time now. I call them my core viewers,
Yeah.
But they're I always see them. They're always around.
Well, it's funny because now I've been around long enough that I can spot the rock stars in the making when I see them. Even when they have 50 subs, I'm like, well, that guy right there.
He's got it. Yeah.
He's got it. And that you get to where you can recognize. And some of them don't know it. Like, Two Hacks is obvious. He's a rock star. But another one that I think who just doesn't seem to know is Wild Rose Garage. That guy right there just turns on the camera, and you can't stop listening because you don't want to miss what he's going to say next. But he's so camera shy. And his production quality is just kind of like, here we go, right? But that guy right there you can learn production quality and you can get over camera shyness.
Yeah.
But you can't learn how to be so cool and engaging like he is.
Mm-hmm.
You got that or you don't. He has that in spades. So if I can get him over the camera shyness and a little bit with production, that guy's going to take off.
Yep.
His content is so cool too. So I can recognize he has the things other people couldn't buy at any price. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Good. And you take that, you combine it with good editing software and something that records in 4K, and you can do it. I mean, I taught myself how to do all of it. I don't. This is the first computer I've ever owned. So,
Says something right there. Bad Tree says that. Well, I mean, but you realize what's missing in your game, and you see people that have these great qualities. They can do it. Dizzy Izzy says, in Sykeston, go right for Jeffers, make a left in a couple miles is country camping. You can camp on site, though. You can camp on site at Jeffers. We're not going to have any extra electricity. It's all spoken for. Probably only 3 places you can plug in over there. My next project is another one with camera shyness. Yeah, I had he and Nolan on a live recently. But again, he's a guy that's really good, and get that production up a little bit, get over the camera shyness and all. He'll be doing good stuff. He's doing good stuff now. There's not as many people are watching it as should. I wish I knew what was wrong with my channel. But when you stop worrying about what's wrong with it, you just keep making that content and take your Laguna over to Pizza Hut and pull that engine. Look, it's 9:55 Eastern. It's 8:55 where you are. You can get there just before Karen locks the door and get that engine out if you hustle. And you'll have 500 tonight.
Right.
You think we're kidding. And I'm so not kidding.
Not at all. Do something wild. Do something crazy. Do something dangerous. I mean, that's a...
You can do something dangerous, but don't do anything unsafe. That's 2 different things.
Yes.
Driving down a track at 150 is dangerous, but it's not unsafe. Danger is okay as long as you take proper precautions. It works for roadkill, it'll work for you. I prefer to do things that are working that they apparently don't know. Buff said, I'd watch that. If you start live streaming your Pizza Hut engine swap, I'm telling you, I'm live streaming that thing. You will get the uncensored earful that we get from Karen. The woman who has 22 years in at Pizza Hut, and at her store, these things don't happen on her watch.
Yes.
And that gasoline that you gentlemen are draining out onto my parking lot is ruining the pavement that my company paid for, and I'm pretending to have paid for myself. It all starts in your mind, Levi. Whether you think you can or cannot, you're right. He is correct. Heavens Mopars wins the Attitude Award for sure.
Damn right.
Yep. I've never gone into anything saying I can't do it because I know I'd be right.
Well, you keep trying. You keep smashing your head into that wall until you get through the damn thing. I mean, that's all you can do, so.
Yeah. Andrew Nelson says, make more videos you like. If they don't like who you are, they won't like who you pretend to be. That works for only the very fewest of people when they play a character in a video.
Look at Crossmakes there. He's got a freaking genius idea. That is, change your engine in a Harbor Freight with the tools you bought there and then return everything. Genius.
Yeah.
It's all lifetime stuff. Take it right back. They don't ask for
it. And then you know what? What they'll do is when you return it, they'll throw it in the dumpster out back. Then you come back after they close and you get it all anyway, right? You know what? And this is terrible. I have an engine crane and a press from Harbor Freight that my uncle just found in the dumpster. He found 2 engine cranes and a press in the dumpster at Harbor Freight. Nothing wrong with any of it.
Oh, God.
And it was just missing literally a few bolts is it. So I traded him gas money for all 3 when he drove up here. I gave away one of the cranes, kept one of them, and then that crane lives over at a building where I keep engines and parts and stuff. So it's just already there. It's great.
That's awesome.
Such a deal.
Hell yeah.
Pizza Hut ain't what it used to be. That's right. See, the 40 plus people know what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yep.
Pizza Hut has turned into a generic filling station. They need to go back to what they were in the 90s.
I caught the tail end of that. I remember it being
like it is.
When
When Pizza Hut had a jukebox and they had that crushed pepper in the glass jars and the real pan pizzas and the cheese that would string out 3 or 4 feet. That was the real Pizza Hut. All right, we're rolling up on our 2-hour mark. SRP is going to get the last comment. He says the internet is starting to stress me out. Well, you've got 167 days to make it happen. So do it to it, man. You get the comment of the night.
No pressure.
I want to shut down just to mercifully let Dalton go. I really appreciate you being on the show, man.
Oh, it's really good to be here.
And we dead serious are going to talk about this pizza thing because it needs to happen. This needs to happen.
Dead serious.
I want to thank the mods. They've been in and out all night. I want to thank Blake from Bad Tree Productions, Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage, and Just Mopar Joe, and Fubar the Axe. Thank you guys for being in here and helping keep the peace. We have a great crowd, and you guys help keep that like that. Thank Dakota for showing up. I appreciate you. I haven't seen much of you, man. Appreciate all of you guys. We've got a good crowd in here every week. I'm going to plug a week from today. We have John Cope Racing Transmissions. He will be here, and we can discuss all things with the finest Mopar automatic transmission builder in the world. And then we'll have more live streams. Who knows? You never know. We could always have another press conference call out. It's always a possibility. Stay tuned for that. Then the week after, we're going to have Dallas for our No Name Nationals update. So we're going to talk about all the updates and things going on with the event, and that'll be on the 29th. So hope to see you guys for some of that upcoming stuff. And with that, we'll see y'all later.
Adios.
Y'all have a great evening.